Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Grizzly Bear Sim's YouTube channel, and welcome back to my Return to Thornton Farm series. This is episode number 7, and we are just going to wait for the milkman to get going here. He is coming out. Today is Sell the Milk Day, and he will be working back and forth with Smithy. Smithy is tending to the animals this morning, and he is going to just basically coordinate the sell of the milk. So each time the milkman comes around, he will basically just check off that the milkman is actually getting what he's supposed to be getting, taking what he's supposed to be taking, etc., and just handling that sell for us this morning. We've got quite a bit of milk to sell, and so we'll be watching our money go up there as a result of that. So thanks for tuning in for another episode here. This is episode number 7, and I know it's number 7. I've checked and I've double checked again, so hopefully we'll not make that mistake again. Now, in the previous episode, we baled straw in field number 11. Smithy mowed this field over here, and he also tethered, and we sold that hay for just a little bit under 20,000. So we're making some money here for the farm and for Mr. Thornton, and to cover all of our wages and everything, and feeling really good about that, by the way, as well. And this morning we're going to go up and we're going to spread a little bit of lime in the grass field that Smithy mowed in the previous episode, and also, if we have time, and I'm sure that we will, because this little chore is not going to take long at all, we will also spread some black gold in that field as well, because we've got an abundance of liquid manure, and we need to get that out of the slurry tank at the farm and get it onto something, either on a field, or sell it, or do something with it. But we certainly don't want to allow it to accumulate, and it's good free fertilizer. So that's what we're planning to do, is we'll get it on a field. We may also spread liquid slurry on our field that we harvested the barley from as well, because it is close by. I don't think we'll we certainly haven't reached the point where we've got the ability to have a whole lot of slurry. Let me just get this going here for us. Yeah, this is, for whatever reason, it kind of does these odd angles on this particular field. But anyway, we are going to endeavor to get this done, get this lime spread on this field, and get the pH levels brought up to a more manageable uh, ratio for us. And I see our money is going up now as we are selling our first batch of milk. And I do have to be careful as I turn in this fertilizer rig here, because it is easy to get this thing onto two wheels. And ask me how I know. I've seen Smithy almost flip this thing over more times than not, as he has been either spreading lime or spreading solid fertilizer on the fields around here. And so do have to be a little bit careful. I think some of these models, the wheels actually slide out, and so as a result, you have a little bit wider footprint, and so it's a little bit safer and a little bit harder, I suppose, um, for it to flip over. But hey, we will just take it slow and easy. We'll win this race, I do believe. So, sort of off camera, kind of breaking the role play here just a bit. Sort of off camera, for the last several weeks, maybe a little bit longer, I have been playing the new um, Silver Run map that came as part of the Platinum expansion DLC that came out back. When was that? Earlier this year, or late last year, I suppose. Yeah. And have been doing my darndest to build the roller coaster there in on the new Platinum DLC. How many people, show of hands, and by show of hands I mean leave me a comment in the chat. How many people have started the roller coaster? How many people have finished the roller coaster? And what are your thoughts on that whole concept? Um, I've got to tell you, I don't know if anyone else has thought of this. Surely, I am not the only person um, to have thought that this would be a wonderful, wonderful idea to incorporate this level, this type of this type of thing into other functions of a farm sim map. And what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about building, not talking about building roller coasters on every single map. My God, I like a little bit of forestry, and I have yet to really do forestry in Farm Sim 22 until the Platinum expansion came out. And then obviously I started cutting trees to build a roller coaster because I thought that would be a cool thing to do. And of course I'm doing it. I'm sort of doing it the Grizzly Bear Sims way, and that is I've got my Ponzi Scorpion King in the woods. I've got a semi truck, and I've got an auto load trailer. And so I'm, because doing it, and I know that you know there's no right or wrong way to play this game. And I'm just with an auto load trailer, I'm just simulating that I've got somebody there that's loading the logs and everything onto the trailer for me. Um, but it is a chore, and I don't even really know. I think I'm into December of the first year, and some of the videos that I've watched, I think it takes about 18 months to 2 years of gameplay, because obviously you're delivering the lumber, the planks and stuff to the roller coaster, and they're putting those to use, obviously, but it's not doing it all at the moment that you bring it. So it takes time, and I don't know if I'm ahead or behind of the curve as far as the stuff that I'm getting there. I'm getting everything to the roller coaster site that it's calling for, I believe, and including the steel. I've got I've got the ore mine running, and but anyway, what I was thinking, and again, like I said, I can't be the only one that is having this thought. But how cool would it be if we had, and I'm not talking either about every single map either, because I do I do like maps like Palmsden, Thornton Farm, what I believe that the new map by Oxygen David, Court Farm will be like, where everything is kind of predestined for you. You've got your farmyards, you've got that kind of stuff that is there for you. It's built for you. And I'm going to just do 1 second here. I'm going to do an auto save because I have been having a couple of crash to desktops this morning, already, since even before I started recording. But anyway, like Oxygen David kind of predestines everything for you. You've got your farmyards, you've got all your buildings and stuff, like he has envisioned it. And of course I love playing maps like that, because it's kind of like if you go and buy a painting, if you spend thousands, hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars on a painting, you're not going to bring it home and then change something about it, change the color of it or whatever. You're going to you're going to enjoy it as it is, right? So I do like maps like that, where it gives us the ability to play the way that the mod author created it. But there's a lot of maps, and of course they're kind of the new trend. I don't know when we really first started seeing these uh, these maps like No Man's Land and such, where it's kind of a start from scratch kind of concept, and you can you build everything out. But how cool would it be if we had um, like a placeable house where you would need to bring certain materials to it. So you would need to go out and cut some trees down, take those trees to the mill, have those milled into planks and beams, and maybe even do some things if you wanted to. Of course, you'd always have the ability to buy the materials. So if you wanted to buy the the metal example for like the roof, if the roof was done in sheet metal or something like that, you would have the ability to go and buy those those panels or whatever. But how cool would that be? And I don't know. I mean, maybe somebody's already thought about it. I don't think anything yet exists out here. Um, I haven't seen anyone talking about it. I haven't seen it featured on videos. So again, I don't think that it exists currently. But I would think that that would be kind of cool, and that would be something that would interest me because I have always wanted to do, and I've kind of thought about it, doing it on the channel. Let's see. Are we spraying? There we go. Got to hit the right button, Jerry. I have always thought about doing a Let's Play series very similar to my grandfather's farm. My grandfather, and I've talked about him many times on my channel, my grandfather was a farmer. He was a small farmer. I mean, he didn't have a lot of fancy equipment and stuff. He had a lot of older equipment. But he built his own house. He built his own barn. He did those kind of things as my dad was getting, my dad was a little boy at first, but obviously my dad grew up on the farm and everything, and my granddad did all these things, and that would be very cool. And I would think that again, if you could, as long as you could still buy the stuff if you wanted to, but I think it would be cool, just small scale, and it not take 18 months to build the house, but something where you could literally kind of get it done in maybe inside of a year and not have to go out and level an entire forest either, but go out and just get what is what would be required for a farmhouse and a barn and stuff like that, and be able to do that yourself. I just think that would be really cool, and I hope that either, I don't know if that's something that modders could do or if it's going to require further evolution of the game, but I would assume that since Giants could do it with the shipyard and with the roller coaster, I would think that some of these more talented, smart modders could also come up with something like a house or something like that. It's kind of ironic because I watched a video, I believe it was Farmer Klein, put out the map tour on Thornton Farm Revamped or Revisited, whatever the generic name for this map is. And I'm pretty sure in the version that he did his map tour on, that the farmhouse where what I'm calling my farmhouse at the main farm was a house that was under construction, and I saw that video kind of before I even downloaded Thornton Farm, because I wanted to kind of get an idea as to whether or not what changes had been made to Thornton Farm from the previous versions of the game. And I saw that and I thought, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I wonder if we have the ability to build that house very similar to what we're doing with the roller coaster. But I that's not the case in the version that you download from Giants Mod Hub. That construction house is gone, so I'm guessing that that was an earlier version of this map that then got updated at some point, uploaded to Giants Mod Hub, and by the time I started playing this Let's Play several months later, that that is gone. And I think that there's a few over here somewhere we can see off in the distance. We can see a house that looks like it's under construction. It's just framed. It's just like a 2x4 framed house. I don't know if I can see it from up here or not, but it's kind of over in that valley. It's in the area that you can't really get to. So I guess it's just the flat um, texture that represents the distance. But Anyway, I just thought that was a cool concept, and I thought that it would be something that could be cool for those that like to do these survival mode kind of types of farming, but again, it not take an entire lifetime to build like this roller coaster is ultimately going to probably take me. It's going to take me quite some time because, as I said, it's a map that I'm sort of playing as and when I have time, as and when I even feel like doing those kind of things. And it's not something, like I said, I like forestry, um, but I like forestry on sort of on my terms when I like it, when I like doing forestry, that's when I want to do it. I've done some forestry in some of my let's plays, but I don't do the whole. I don't spend videos and videos and videos doing forestry because I know that many of you also kind of feel the same way that I do. That you like doing a little bit of it. If you've got a tree that's in the way, you don't mind cutting it down because you kind of see that as that's the role of a farmer. But as far as going out and cutting, masses of acres of land with the Ponzi, Scorpion King, something like that, and building an empire like that, most of your average farmers, like my grandfather, for example, never did that. Um, but anyway, I digress. We're coming up on about the halfway point, a little over the halfway point, and wanted to just say I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. If you are new to this channel, I would appreciate it if you would click the subscribe button and also click the little thumbs up, the like button if you like the video, and leave comments for me. I enjoy reading your comments, and you guys have answered that call. Tremendously from me. You guys are keeping me busy with the chat, and I like it. Both, just comments about how the map and whatever, but also asking questions if you have questions. There we go. Asking questions if you have questions, saying hello. We've got some new folks in the channel. The channel is starting to pick up and grow again. Everything is moving in the right direction, and I like that. That gives me the encouragement to keep doing what I'm doing and keep bringing you content here on the Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel. But a few shout outs this morning goes to Christopher Hovis. I believe I pronounced that last name correctly. If I did not, then please accept my apologies. Christopher, I believe, is new to the channel. Little Miss Brooks also left a comment and told me how much she enjoyed the video. And then we've also got another member, another subscriber from Fury Machine Gaming. Old Cranky has come over. So Jim, Fury Machine Gaming, made a very nice announcement on one of his videos, just letting people know that I was back to making content, and encouraged people that if they kind of enjoyed his content, kind of the slow, relaxed, laid back, family friendly farm sim entertainment, that they should come over and check out my channel. And he made that announcement, and looks like Old Cranky listened and came over and left a comment saying he was sent by Jim, Fury Machine Gaming, and I appreciate that very very much. Um, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my voice is starting to crack just a little bit here, and I will go ahead and probably start signing off. Usually takes me a couple of minutes, to do that, but I do appreciate everyone that has watched my videos, everyone that has left comments. Please continue to keep doing that, and I will continue to keep creating content here. Off camera, I'm going to go ahead and work up this field, and we'll also go ahead and most likely spread liquid slurry on field number 11. And when we come back together in the next game day, which will be for episode number 8, we will be in July, and we will have the opportunity to begin harvesting more of our crops. So we've got a wheat field, a fairly large wheat field that will be available to harvest, I'm pretty sure, as well as maybe some others. So we will. We will endeavor to get that done because, well, we still need the straw because of their miscalculations from last year and don't want to send Smithy off to Calmsden to pick up any more. And may have some good news about Smithy coming up in the next episode as well. Some good news. So I will be sure to let you know if it's okay for me to announce that. And we'll just go ahead and tell everyone, please be careful out there. Take very good care of yourself. Take good care of those around you. Take a moment, hug your loved ones, and let them know how much you love them, how much you miss them, or how much you, if they don't live with you, how much you miss them. Like if you have a parent or something that lives away, and just be safe out there. And prayers for all of you. God bless you all, and I will talk to you in the very next episode. Bye for now.